This is Missy with Art for Our Sorts, and I'm going to show you the Survival Altoids tin. Both top and bottom are covered in bright orange duct tape. This way it can be used to break against background and help people look at you, or just find it a little bit quicker if it's dropped. There's electrical tape all the way around to create a waterproof seal. A little bit of an overlap just so it keeps itself a little bit firmer, just more adequately covered. Breaking into the tin, there's a little match striker and a keyring. I can think of a ton of uses for a keyring, and I'm generally always looking for one. There's a craft stick with black duct tape on it. There's 2 small zip ties. There's 4 of these water sealed matches. They're not actual waterproof matches. It's just completely airtight so that if you were to drop this and for some reason it wasn't sealed, your matches would not be destroyed. There are 4 of these smaller sealed straws, and these contain a cotton ball with petroleum jelly all over it, and that is to get your fire started a lot quicker. And it does stay a little bit longer than a standard cotton ball. This will give you a little bit more time to keep it going. There are 2 of these birthday candles. They give off a decent amount of lighting, especially in a darker area. You can also use it for fire starting purposes. I don't think it would get to that point, but the option is definitely there. There is a small sewing kit, and this includes 3 pins to hold fabric in place, a sewing needle with a larger eye, makes it a little bit easier to thread. There's a safety pin and 2 different size buttons, along with white and black thread. There's another sealed straw in here. There's nothing in it. Its only purpose is to be something that's taut to have your electrical tape on. I think in opening this, it would be a lot harder to get the tape off, but there is a decent amount on there. I think there's about 18 to 20 inches of both the electrical tape and the duct tape. This is the survival fishing kit. It includes approximately 25 feet of 20-pound test line. There is it's a matchstick with the head snipped off to be used as a float. There are 3 small split weights, 2 eyelet screws. There's 2 different sized snail bait hooks, a swivel snap, and there's roughly 6 by 2.5 to 3 inches of aluminum foil to act as an attractant. There's an antiseptic towelette. This is in place of the cotton balls that I keep seeing in everybody's survival tins. The problem I see with a cotton ball loose in your pack to be used for first aid is there's too many chances that it's already going to be contaminated, either from when you were handling it before you put it in, just touching everything else in general, or while you're out. I think those are only suitable for the purpose of starting a fire. This has a specific purpose to be used for first aid. There is a razor blade, unused. I always carry either a multi-tool, just a standard open-up plier multi-tool, and in addition to that, I have one of those 11-in-1 card multi-tools, and that's always kept in my wallet, so if I did forget my other one, my standard multi-tool, I would at least have that. If you do not have either of those, this can be used to open your matches or your cotton with petroleum jelly for slicing your fishing line and just the duct tape or the electrical tape. It's in there as a just in case you don't have anything else that you could use. There are 2 of these floss picks. I would not want to be out in the woods somewhere surviving and end up with something caught in my teeth. It creates just general discomfort and gum swelling, and just one more thing that I wouldn't want to have on my plate if I was already having a tough time. The last things in this tin are a set of small band-aids and a set of larger band-aids. I do know that most people think band-aids can be pretty useless, and once they get wet, they are. They do, however, have a gauze backing that's supposed to go over your wound. So after applying a band-aid, you can use the electrical tape and or the duct tape to keep it on and in place. The duct tape can also be used, of course, for keeping a wound closed or just covering it in general, but I think it would be a little bit nicer to have the actual gauze part of that band-aid on there. This is the extent of the survival tin. I hope you enjoyed.